it going, everyone? So in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the Pyke Soldier from the Book of Boba Fett. So it was nice to see the Pykes in the show, although I prefer the look of the Pykes like in the Clone Wars. Very intimidating looking, very alien-like. This one just looks like a guy in a suit, but it's still a pretty cool design. And of course, this comes in the Galaxy packaging. Star Wars The Black Series up top. Through the window, you can see the Pyke Soldier comes with a blaster rifle and a blaster pistol. Now this right here is the pistol portion of an A280 CFE. It's the same weapon that came with Cassian, just broken down just into pistol form, all right? I'll show you that very soon. Here we have Star Wars The Book of Boba Fett and Pyke Soldier. On this side of the box, the front window wraps around, and there's the side with the artwork, and that is a pretty nice looking picture of a Pyke Soldier. I like it. You have some kind of Tatooine-ish looking things in the background. Got this green color for the Book of Boba Fett line. There's a small window on the top, and on the bottom you got the barcode, some mouse print, and some logos. And there's the back. You got the same picture that's on the side. You have a short bio in 5 different languages. The Pyke Soldier's number 7 in the Book of Boba Fett line, and you have some more mouse print down there. And the bio says, during the Clone Wars, the Pykes became the galaxy's preeminent spice dealers, funneling illicit substances to Coruscant's crime families. After Jabba the Hutt's death, they expanded their spice trade to encompass Tatooine. All right, I'm going to get the Pyke Soldier open, and let's take a look at him. Okay, so here is the Pyke Soldier out of the box, and I think this guy does look pretty good. But let's take a close look at him. We'll start up here with his head, and I guess this is a mask of some sort, but I do like it. The black eyes look good. The lines here and there look nice, and I'm assuming all these asymmetrical lines are supposed to be like scratches. I'm guessing. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And you got these little nubbins sticking out. Got a so-called mouth, and his head, or this thing over his head, looks pretty nice. Now back here, I know it's hard to see in this light, but there is a faint, like a bluish gray color going on. I do like that. Lots of nice sculpt back there, especially all in here. That's pretty neat. That is very alien-like. Yeah, I love that. And from the neck down, we have the outfit that we saw in the Book of Boba Fett, and I think it looks pretty good. Got this little thing going around his neck. Got this robe. I love the kind of a yellowy color there. The white and red, very nice. You have a sculpted hood back there. Lots of good detail. The belt looks nice. The silver. Yeah, very cool. Got a little pouch back there. Yeah, pretty good looking belt. And this just comes down. It's a very cool texture. Lots of good wrinkles. Yeah, the detail on the robe is very nice, but it is very stiff. So it affects articulation. I'll get to that soon. But yeah, it's a pretty nice looking robe. Sleeves look good. The gloves are nicely detailed. This little bit there. Same thing on this arm. Okay, I like it. And then the legs, kind of hard to see, but just some legs. And the boots look phenomenal. I love these boots. All these lines in here. Yeah, the boots are just killer. But from head to toe, I think it's a pretty good looking figure. And as far as articulation, you have some very good side to side at the head. You've got a little bit of down, not a whole lot of up because the back of his noggin runs into his back. And there is a little bit of side-to-side tilt. As far as arms up, they can get all the way to there. He does have some very good butterfly joints, and I'm thinking that the shoulders are on a ball because you do have some up and down at the shoulder, you know, front and back, the butterfly joints. Okay, there's like some circular motion there, so his shoulders may be on a ball. That's nice. They do rotate around, but again, this robe is very stiff. Elbows on the Pyke Soldier are pretty good. They both get past 90. Not bad at all. And they can hyperextend that much. And if this were a real being, that would hurt like a son-bitch. But he has a swivel at the elbow, swivel at the wrist. He has a very good up and down hinge on the right hand, and the left hand is hinged side to side. And as far as midsection, you do have some twists, but it's very clicky. He's got a little bit of back, but it gaps horribly. He has a touch of crunch, but again, it gaps so bad. And you have just a little bit of side-to-side tilt. Now, legs. No. This lower half of the robe is so stiff, the legs are completely trapped. That is as far as they go up. They don't go out at all. They don't go back very much. He does have a thigh cut. Okay, so there is a thigh swivel. Yeah, this thing is just absurdly tight. Okay, the legs are absolutely trapped in there. He does have single knees that get about to 90, maybe, if this weren't in the way, but he has a swivel at the knee. The feet go down to there. They go up a little bit, and there is some swivel at the ankle. So in the articulation department, the head isn't bad. The butterfly joints are nice. The elbows are pretty good, but that's about it. I mean, this robe is very confining. And as far as accessories, we'll start with the blaster pistol. So again, this is the pistol portion of an A280 CFE. Tons of good detail in there, just no paint, and I do have a little 2 right there on the peg. I like that. But yeah, lots of good detail. It's a pretty cool looking pistol. And again, it's the same blaster that came with Cassian. It's just Cassian's was more black and had some silver painted. This one is just a very flat gray, but yeah, same pistol. And if you wanted to, you could probably add the other pieces, to this weapon to put it in the sniper configuration, just like K2SO mentioned in Rogue One. Okay, the stock will snap on, the extended barrel will snap on, and then you have a full-size A280 CFE. Okay, but in the Pyke Soldier's case, you just get the pistol part. All right, so let's see how this pistol goes in the Pyke Soldier's hand. Not bad, not bad. The trigger finger's right through the trigger guard, and that does look pretty good. Now, this front of the robe, okay, totally prevents you from getting the blaster in front of him, okay, directly in front. He's got to be kind of firing out to the side like that, and that actually doesn't look bad. Yeah, I kind of like that. And there he is with the arm a little more extended, with the wrist hinge tipped down a little bit to make it look a little more natural, and that's a pretty good look, actually. And the elbows are pretty good, and the wrist hinge works well, so he can fire low from the hip like this. And because of the elbows, you can get the blaster up here next to his head, and I think that looks pretty good. And there he is with the blaster just down by his side, and that's not bad either. All right, so he poses quite well with the pistol. Let's take a look at the blaster rifle now, and this is a very nice sculpt. It's just there's no paint anywhere on it. Zero. But the stock is pretty sweet. The barrel, the scope, very, very nice sculpt. But again, I do wish they would have thrown something in there, even some light dry brushing, which of course I could do that. But overall, it's a cool looking rifle. And as far as getting this in his hand, when you have stocks like this with the grip kind of all built in, I like to start with the weapon backwards and just kind of drop it in and then just rotate it around like this. And that looks pretty good. The trigger finger, again, is right through the trigger guard, sitting right on the trigger. And that sits in his hand nicely. Oh, and one thing real quick, there is no holster for the pistol, okay? But it's totally fine. I will probably pose him with this rifle. And there he is with the rifle at a relaxed stance, and that looks nice. And there he is at a ready stance, and I think this is a good look. And that's what he looks like with the rifle firing low from the hip, and I do love the look of that. So despite the front of the robe being pretty stiff, you're still able to get the rifle all the way up to here. The stock is sitting right where it should be. That's actually not a bad look. Now, you can't get the scope up to his eye, okay? That's about as far as you can go. But again, that is not bad. That actually looks pretty good from all angles. And I also want to point out that they did give him a little bit of a trigger finger on the left hand. It works pretty well. I mean, the trigger finger doesn't quite make it all the way through the trigger guard, but you can put a blaster in the left hand, and that doesn't look too bad. And that's what the rifle looks like in the left hand. So if you wanted to make him a lefty, you could. It's just not quite as tight in the left hand, but that actually doesn't look bad at all. But for now, I think I may keep him like this, just at a relaxed stance, okay, so you could see the face more when he's on the shelf. So I'm going to go stick him on the shelf, and let's see what he looks like there. And here we are, and yeah, I think he looks great. The gold mask really shows up. The outfit, just like the Tusken Chieftain, despite being darker, it still shows up great. And as far as scale, okay, so Cobb and Cat are about 6 inches tall. The Pyke Soldier is a little shorter, okay? He's kind of a little guy, but he looks great. I'm pretty happy with him. So bottom line, I think it's a great looking figure. I mean, the mask alone just looks amazing. That gold is just beautiful. The black eyes look good. The outfit is nicely detailed, but this in here, and of course the lower half of the robe, is very constricting as far as movement. That's unfortunate, but it does look nice. And as far as the weapons, I do wish they had something else. I mean, this flat gray, it's a little boring. I don't know. It's okay. I do like him posed like this, but the fact that you can get the rifle up here to his shoulder, that is pretty good to have such a stiff robe. That's not bad. Not bad at all. But overall, I'm pretty happy with this guy, but just like always, I would love to hear from you guys. So comment below and let me know what you think of the Pyke Soldier from the Book of Boba Fett. And if you enjoy videos on Star Wars The Black Series, smack like and subscribe if you're new, and don't forget to turn on notifications. I would certainly appreciate it. And something else I urge you to consider, and that is becoming a channel member. It's only 99 cents a month. You can become a member of the 112th Battalion. I would definitely appreciate that. But just like always, I just want to thank you all for watching. We'll see you guys next time.